afternoon. This is Matt, Patriot Lifting. Today, we're out here in old Pearl here, and we're gonna take that steeple off of this church. Apparently they got some roof leaking issues, or they're gonna re-roof or something like that. So we're gonna pick it up, set it down off there for them. Stay tuned.
We just put a choker right around that, where that top.
It's not gonna fall over.
I haven't cut it loose yet.
Well, yeah, but like when we go to pick it up, does it want to fall over?
Not from my experience, you know, but if it does, we will, I can strap it to, we can tie off another piece of rope to your cable to stabilize it or something like that. I don't know. It's coming down and going in the dumpster, so.
Yeah. Do they use two? One on each side or just one?
Most of the time is two.
Okay.
Most times, because I just did one in Rogers, Arkansas, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago. You know,
man, you go around all these different.
No, I'm all over. I work with lots of churches.
Do you put them back on too, or you just take them off?
I mainly reinstall them, but this church here is changing their look, and they're going back with a new roof tomorrow, and they don't want to have a steeple up there.
Yeah, I've heard about the steeples causing a lot of roofs to leak.
Well, they do, because they have 5 penetrations through that roof, 4 bolts and then a ground wire, so they don't. I will tell you, I take off more than we put back. Where I used to put lots of them on, and now all of a sudden it's just a different world.
Cool. Let me get set up real quick. Give me about 10-15 minutes. 12 minutes. Give me 12 minutes, not 10 to 15. All right, so looks like we're right in line with it. You know, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna make a guess. How far do you guys think this radius is? How far does it look on camera? So I'm gonna guess 64. Let me get right here. Make sure I'm right. 72. Gosh, I don't know. It's hard to say on the roof. I'm gonna say in between 64 and 72. Yeah. 67 foot radius. That's what we're going with. So if you think it's different, just put it in the comments, and we'll see what it looks like on camera. About the upper and lower engine of the crane. There is no upper and lower engine. Everything on this crane is ran off the PTO. So this crane has a PTO on it, ran off of the back of the transmission, and it's called a swash plate style PTO. So basically how it operates is by sensing a loss in pressure. And so at any point in time, you can just hop out and run the outrigger controls, because the PTO revs up by loss in pressure. So when it senses that you hit that switch and there's a loss in pressure, then the PTO revs up and starts working. Now, a lot of cranes, you have to engage the PTO in. So Ruby, you have to engage the PTO in, but this one, you do not. You just dump the bags, and then you're ready to start working the outriggers. Now, what I did was, you can run all the lower from the lower, but you cannot crank the lower, meaning turn the key in the driving seat. You cannot crank the engine from there and operate the upper. It won't do that. So you have to turn that off and start it from the upper, which is what I'm about to do now. So this crane, for whatever reason, all of y'all know that cranes have their little quirks, but for whatever reason, when you start this thing, you don't turn the key and let it cycle like you would think you do. That pisses it off. It just gets mad when you do that. So you just get in, turn it all the way on, don't let it cycle, just crank it up instantly, and you won't trip a code. But if you let it cycle, it'll trip a code. And then you'll have some sort of flashing light over here. It'll be irritating. Do it how you usually do it.
Okay.
Those yellows, I'm hoping to have the hook above the cross.
Okay.
So the yellows are just kind of for length.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to have one choke on one side and one choke on the other side.
All right. We'll give it a shot, but worst case scenario, you want to take a look at it, make sure you're happy with it. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, so my thinking is, he says rig it at the box portion, so the lower part. So my thinking is, if we wrap a choke, wrap a strap around the bottom side of this side, and then do a choke on that side, then we'll be picking up with the straps going up the side and all the way up the side, all the way to the cross. I'm thinking that's going to be where we're going to go and how we're going to do it. But this guy changes out steeples and does steeples all across the country. So I don't. So I'm just kind of bouncing ideas off of what he usually does. So he says they normally never flip. That's our concern, is that it's too top heavy. So you know, but I really don't know. It should. Is it long enough to go back through itself?
I think so. I'm going to try it.
Okay. I love my sunglasses. Might need to hop up there and give him a hand. All right, so I think that I can take 2 more shackles and go up there and shackle it above, shackle it back to itself, meaning the green's not long enough, so we'll be just shackling back to part of the yellow strap. Wow, this is a really nice extension ladder. I mean, it is like unbelievably stable. Usually ladders aren't for me. And I would say that one's still not for me, but it's pretty stable. So we're gonna put this one on that side over there. I didn't let enough slack out. Man, amateur move. Yep.
So long and short, you're going to put some slack and you want me to hook around the...
Yeah, if we can just shackle this one, just like with the strap, just to that right there.
Okay.
And if we could, make sure that that shackle is in the center of this box.
Okay.
And then we'll just do the exact same thing on the other side.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Cool. There we go. Awesome.
We should be all right. I have in past had to put a ladder and put a choker up there just to keep them, but I don't think we'll find out. This thing, we'll see what she does. But I don't know, do we need to put a rope to keep it from swinging or doing anything? Or
Well, if we undid that one over there and just put it on that side of the cross, I think that would kind of help us to control it a little bit better.
Okay.
Darn crane operator's a little stingy with the slack.
That's all right. I'm not rusty.
I appreciate you being easy to work with.
Doesn't hurt my feelings.
I'll just go down there and be ready, and I probably won't put any tension on it, but we'll be ready. Yeah. All right, so I just put a couple couple 100 pounds on it, and he's gonna cut it loose and we'll lift it off of there. So our radius is 72.2. I was off a little bit. I think I went with 67, but I was like in between 67 and 72. But it is hard to stand on the ground and look up and judge a radius. A little bit easier to judge them, you know, from ground to ground, like level spot. But that was close. There it goes. Like it wants to hang pretty straight. Yeah. All right, so I think I'll just lay it in this parking lot back here. Seems to be a good spot. If I can lay it down this way. Nope. Wait, yeah, I can. I really like the strap kind of being. All right, I can bend down a little bit and slip it off of there, I think. That easy, unbelievably light. I mean, like 400 or 500 pounds. So super light. Wasn't a big deal. Now they can get a new roof on, get that roof all patched up so it doesn't leak anymore, and we can move on to other jobs. So not a big deal, easy peasy. Well, that was simple.
I knew it was easy.
Is this a good spot?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right, we came, we saw, we lifted a Steeple. It was great. Super nice guy. Easy job, easy setup, no big deal. Everything was great. Wish I could do these every day. It's awesome. And it's a beautiful day. It's kind of getting warm out here. So I'm gonna take this shirt off and then I'm gonna hop in the cab and I'm gonna drive home. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, comment, like, all the things. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.